The sun sets at like 5 o'clock. I'm just a fucking weird person, so that could do it too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. In the UK, because we've gone back now, it's already setting before 5, and it's just so depressing. Is the race finished? I presume the race. It probably is. Hmm.
Oh, we've still got her shush the roof laps left to go.
Okay, now.
We bowl.
Well, welcome back to Iowa Speedway, where we've got a few laps to go, and hoping to see these final few laps of the race. Apologies again for the technical problems tonight, but hopefully we'll get back and see these final couple of laps here from Iowa in these Xfinity cars. Once again, the caution flag is out. It looks like it's going to be green, white checker already because the lights are still on top of the pace car, and therefore it's not going to be coming in this time round. It may well come in next time, but at which point there will be 2 laps to go. So green, white checker time, Ron. It's going to be a very, very busy finish to this race.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very hectic. We are expecting this race to usually end in this fashion. Chaos can break out very easily here at Iowa, and can't necessarily say I'm too surprised that it has broken out, but let's see how the end of this is going to go. I think it's going to be pandemonium for sure in a field that has been cut down to size a decent amount as well.
Yeah, very much so. There's been incident and accident, as we've seen. It's quickly counting. I can see 11 still in the train. Wonder whether we are actually going to have them all on the lead lap or not. Normally they do get allowed to be on the lead lap, but there you go. Maybe not this time round. Let's see as the drivers pull through 3 and 4 and out of 4 onto the start-finish straight. Oh, another driver joins in the background. We will be ready to go again here from Iowa Speedway. Just 2 laps to decide. Maconi set up shop Fast Friday's money race here. The Xfinity cars from Iowa Speedway drawing to a conclusion with another green flag and a big pull in front there and a big incident down in towards turn number 1. A big spin for the 12 car, and we are going to need another attempt as through 1 and 2 there's another incident. Maconi will still lead, but a domino effect of drivers trying to defend the inside causes more trouble, and it's Brewer, who is the 12 car, who was sent around first.
Yeah, he got stacked up big time on that restart. Maybe missed his shift, whatever the case may be, as some drivers were really cutting shapes on that restart. He gets spun around like a top as he tries to rejoin the circuit off into 1 and 2. Brings us back under yellow. We're back into green, white checker territory, and this time I believe we will have to worry about overtime.
Yeah, the last one wasn't an official overtime, was it? But this one is, or will be, I presume. So I think this is Brewer getting back to the back of the pack before the. Oh no, this is a little bit further back. So this is coming into the pit lane where I assume most drivers did. And this is the stack up. So it's a pull in front of him from, is that Tucker, maybe, who pulls right in front of him. It's one of the 8 cars, doesn't help that there's 2. And as you say, they just stack on top of one another, concertina effect in towards turn 1, and they all go spinning around.
Yeah, and that right there is a classic Iowa stack-up, short track stack-up, no matter where it is. Could be here at Iowa, could be at Richmond, could be at Rockingham. All these tracks basically the same, just with different licks of paint and different unique features to them. But as we were seeing some drivers really cut shapes on their causing that stack up, ending up on the apron, and nothing you can do as you rejoin the racetrack. May not be the steepest banks here at Iowa, but just steep enough.
Yes, not quite. The short track providing the action once again. I think we're too wide and going to be going back green again very, very shortly. Indeed, we will not be this time, but next time round, of course, we'll be back underway. Lights go off on top of the pace car, and yeah, Maconi is going to lead them back to the green again. One of the 8 cars is directly behind him as well, but we've seen it quite difficult to overtake in a long run here tonight. You just wonder on a short run where it's going to be even more difficult to get past Maconi here.
Yeah, so let's see how Jeff can manage this restart. If he can get off to a flyer on that inside line that's been the dominant one all throughout tonight, he's going to come out of this race smelling like a bed of roses. But if not, he's got his old sparring partner in those ARCA boot camp races of Larry Pace right on his high side. Kind of basically what happens when unstoppable force meets an immovable object. These two have always been itchy and scratchy with each other. So let's see how this is going to shake out here on another attempt at overtime. First attempt, I should say.
Oh, we can call it attempt 2. Feels like it. On to the start-finish straight again, and here we go. Maconi brings them to the green, and look at this, the aggression on line 2 as Larry Pace pulls to the inside to try and defend his second position here. He's actually been given a nice gap there, and he may have got even into the back of Jeff Maconi here. He's side by side coming onto the back straight with Tucker trying to follow through.
Oh, and look at these racers fanning out and trying to duke it out for any spots as they can. Maconi's stuck on the high side. He's going to get hung out to dry as they see the white flag.
He was moved out the way there, and Pace now leads. Now, what's the aggression going to be like from Tucker and Duisi on this last lap? It's the white flag, and the will race round to the checkered. Oh, big run for Duisi as he tries to get the best run possible. Pace will fly into turn 3, aiming not to get shoved out the way, and Tucker can't get to his rear. It's going to be Larry Pace who wins Fast Fridays here from Iowa, just in front of Joseph Tucker and Braxton Duisi. Maconi finishes 5th. After being shoved to the outside and after restarting on the front. He'll be disappointed not to have won that.
Yeah, he's got to be kicking himself. What did I say right before we got that restart? How Jeff and Larry were usually the ARCA boot camp sparring partners. Even here in these Xfinity cars, they duke it out for a win once again. And Jeff's got to be kicking himself just based on the count of the fact that Larry Pace usually beat him in those races. And deja vu here in Fast Thursdays. Fast Fridays actually held on Thursday here this month. But hey, there's your winner, Larry Pace. He is going to burn it down in celebration at the end of a wild night, a night like no other, with the duct tape over the Friday on the logo and everything. Larry Pace gonna bring home the trophy, bring home the cash, and gonna be burning it down and bringing that car into victory lane here soon.
There he is, parked up, and is very, very pleased with his evening, and very pleased to win Fast Thursdays, or Fast Fridays, Thursdays, whatever we're going to call it, here tonight from Iowa Speedway. A great run to the finish. As I say, Maconi be disappointed not to win it from there. But the fact that Pace was able to make an overtake there very, very late on, while spending lap after lap after lap, not being able to make any passes was quite remarkable, and he'll be very pleased with that change in fortune. Not sure if we'll see just final race results just to confirm as we end here, and we'll get to some interviews as well of some of these drivers at the end of the day. But yeah, hey, and here it is after 104 lap. Larry Pace wins the race by just less than 0.2 of a second ahead of Joseph Tucker and Braxton Duisi, who we'll both speak to in a moment, and hopefully Pace as well. Return Mitchell finishes 4th ahead of Jeff Maconi, who's moved out the way down to 5th, with Matt Mingo recovering from that big smash up we saw for the 6th car to end up 6th. Brett Tyson, Brian Conover, Tony Blake Brewer and Brendan Argenio round out the top 10. Connor James was 1 lap down, but got to the finish at least. Rick Spencer, Walt, Paul Bossensberger, Nicholas Martinez Jr. finished 9 laps down. Logan Wilson and Cole Watts were also taken out in the same crash early. Carter Casey, Joel Brooks, Tommy Sweeney and Ryan Jones all quite a long time ago taken out of the race. Let's have a chat, Terry, to the race winner of Fast Fridays for the month of October, Larry Pace, who joins us now. Larry, welcome and good to have you with us. I mean, first question has got to be about that final restart. You must have been doubting your chances at getting through in such a short run to the end. How did you manage to get to the front there in the overtime?
Yeah, I was certainly doubting my chances. Starting on the outside in second wasn't really good for me all night, and I just had to try to get the best restart I could and hopefully find a lane to get around Jeff in some kind of way. And it just the way the restart worked, I was able to do it. And I had the best spotter in the business, Marcus Lindsay, spotting for me all night. And yeah, he helped me tremendously, and especially on that last restart, just letting me know where everybody is so I could just focus on the windshield.
It looked at times tonight like you were never going to get out of second place, especially in those longer green flag runs, which at one stage looked like it was going to last right the way to the very end. How frustrating was that to be stuck behind Brexton for so long as you were in the middle laps?
It was frustrating. It was hard to get enough of a run to get far enough next to somebody to make a pass. I think you had to be wheel to wheel on entry to actually complete a pass on the bottom that late into a run. But it was fun. I mean, it was fun trying to work Braxton over. He's very good, so he wasn't making very many mistakes, and I had to try a bunch of different things. And in the process of trying to set him up, I learned a lot about how to drive the new Iowa and with the B car, so that was a plus. But I mean, it was frustrating as always, but it was fun too, right? Like, it was learning the whole time, so that's always a good time.
Exactly. Well, congratulations on learning and winning, which is the best way here tonight, Larry. And thanks for chatting to us at the end as well.
Oh, thanks very much. Thanks very much for doing this. Thanks to Jeff for putting it on. Very cool event. Can't wait for the next one.
Absolutely. Larry Pace, winner of Fast Fridays in October, running on a Thursday at Iowa Speedway here tonight. Joseph Tucker ends up second with that late race restart. We can chat to him now as well. Joseph, welcome in. Good to have you with us. Again, on that final restart, you must have doubted your chances of getting to the very front, and you got pretty close. Just talk us through that last restart, how you navigated your way to second.
I honestly don't know. All I know is I caused 2 wrecks, which was not what I wanted, but I had a fast number 8 Maconi Entertainment Chevrolet all night. Just didn't have the long run pace that I needed, and then the cautions ruined it. And then, yeah, I think if this were to go green, I probably would have cycled out to 7th because I was just too slow in long run. But then late race restarts came around, and then I just tried my best to get top of 3 on both restarts, and it worked. And then, but sadly, Jeff had to slide up in front of me because I would have gotten a good run off of 2 and probably would have won it.
It's these fine margins, isn't it? And these late race restarts. I mean, just what was happening to your car over the course of those longer green flag runs that caused you to struggle? Because you're still running inside the top 10 or so, but as you say, struggling a little bit more on the longer runs. What was happening to your car through those periods?
I was pushing it too hard, just kept getting tighter and tighter, and then in order for me to actually get a great corner exit and gain time, I just had to hit the apron, and it almost killed me twice. So I think I just too on the tight side of things.
Well, congratulations on getting to second in that late race restart, as I say, and thanks for chatting to us at the end as well.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Joseph Tucker, second place tonight in Maconi Entertainment's Fast Fridays, and Braxton DeWissey finishes in third. Braxton, welcome in. Good to have you with us. Are you disappointed maybe not to have won that race, considering you led so many laps tonight, or is that just the way it goes?
Well, I guess it's just the way it goes, but yeah, I'm disappointed as well, so both.
Yeah, well, I guess both can be true. Well, what was your car running like in those longer runs? Because it seemed like you were absolutely immovable from the lead.
Yeah, the track position was huge there, having a clean air, and I was a lot tighter than I was honestly comfortable with there. And, I couldn't let anybody get to the outside, and, just with the repave in the corners and how much grip there is, it's difficult to be able to get to the outside in general, and the only really option was to try to go to the inside. But he'd get such a good run off the outside, and they wouldn't be able to do much. I just knew that's what I got to do. And, I did that all race, and then the caution came out, and then we came off pit road first. I was like, all right. And then Jeff stayed out, and that ultimately screwed me, to be honest with you, because once I didn't have control of that race, it makes it difficult for them restarts there. Spun the tires a little bit. Jeff had about 18 laps on his tires, so I mean, it was a little bit, but it wasn't a whole lot. So they were warmed up a good bit, and him having control definitely helps. Just having control of the restarts there is definitely a big deal. But if I was able to get to his right rear and hold it there, then I would have been able to make it work. Or if we would have kept going with that 3 wide or something, just either way. But one restart, I was going to shift into third, and it kind of lagged a little bit. But I even think if we had control of the lead, that wouldn't have really done anything, because you get such a good jump from having control. I mean, it doesn't matter if it was me or Jeff out there. You'd get a car length gap every time. Not like in between, but you jump out and there'd be no one by you. You'd at least have a quarter or half a car. So just really needed control of that race there after that pit stop. And I really would have been comfortable because, well, we had control of the race prior to then. But it is what it is. It's just how it goes.
It is indeed. Well, thanks for chatting to us at the end, Braxton, and congratulations nevertheless on finishing in the top 3 tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I want to give a big shout out to the sponsors on the car: Interstate Ford, Happy Hip Karaoke, 3 Dips Ice Cream Shop, Steak Time, Allen's Arts Images, Deweese Renovations, Elevated TV, Paid Leave, Wooden Nickel Band, Short Track of Porsche, Common Tires Media, Evan Pineta Designs, and Our Pizza over at Winchester, Indiana for open sponsor the Midwest Under Roadster Series, which I've began to run, and I've ran 2 races to end the year out, and I'm going to be running full-time next year, so hopefully we can do pretty good in real life. Like we have on the sim, we've done pretty good. I've already had 2 of these Fast Friday trophies. Granted, this is on a Thursday. I was really wanting to get that there, and I felt pretty confident about that, but, just is what it is. We'll move on to the next one and try to get them there.
Absolutely. We'll see you next month. Thanks very much. That's Braxton DeVisi, who finishes in 3rd place tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Xfinity cars in October's edition of the Maconi Setup Shop's Fast Fridays. On a Thursday, but it's Friday now for me, so it counts, sort of. As I say, we will be back next time for the November edition of this, normally, as I say, on the last Friday of each month. So if we go to schedule, that will be the 28th of November, but don't hold your breath that it will be on that date. Just make sure you stay across the social medias and the platforms or whatever to and the Discord and etc. to make yourself available and indeed aware of when this next edition is going to be. But for October's edition here from Iowa Speedway in the Xfinity cars, it's Larry Pace who comes home with victory after a late race restart, moving Jeff Maconi out of the way and slipping through into the lead after a long race of challenging for that lead in 2nd position, which is where he was running for most of that race. Congratulations to him. Hopefully we'll see him and the rest of them back in November for the next edition. I've been Neil Leary alongside Ron Mounds with Christian Hill behind the cameras of this Maconi Entertainment broadcast from Iowa Speedway. We'll hope to all see you on Fast Fridays in November very soon. From all of us, it's goodbye.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.